Welcome to our presentation on the repositioning of British fashion brand New Look into the fashion industry. In 2015, John Egan suggested that integrated marketing communications was the means by which a supplier of goods, services, values, and/or ideas represents itself to its target audience, with the goal of stimulating dialogue leading to better commercial or other relationships. In 2008, Kotler identified the necessity of integrated marketing through the use of multiple media and multiple stage campaigns. The fashion industry which New Look operates in has dramatically changed over the past 15 years as digital marketing, direct marketing, interactive marketing, and word of mouth dominate the market's media platforms today. Digital marketing has and is accelerating at an astronomical speed. Greenwood claims digital marketing tools have become a mainstay of fashion marketing communications, with traditional tools such as advertising, magazines, and the retail environment becoming an integrated multi-channel medium for communication. In what once was an industry focused heavily on classical communication, the fashion industry has changed rapidly, with word-of-mouth advertising becoming much more popular for brands in the 21st century. The Nielsen report in 2018 uncovered that recommendations from friends and family are the most trusted advertising format, with the third most trusted format being the 66% of consumers that said they trust consumer opinions posted online. Smiskian and Piacentini in 2015 stated that word of mouth is an informal communication, either positive or negative, about goods, services, and sellers, occurring both face-to-face and online. New Look's campaign strives to benefit from online word of mouth, known as e-word of mouth, specifically as the majority of our advertising will be carried out online. Hennig Thoria understands that e-word of mouth can reach a significantly larger amount of people than face-to-face, as it is easier to spread information over the internet. The campaign will create exogenous word of mouth, which will occur through New Look's marketing as they get celebrities to endorse their products, thus encouraging e-word of mouth among online consumers. We are currently living in a society of see now, buy now. Sarah Young, writing for The Independent, addresses that instead of flicking through a magazine once a month to find out what's hot and what's not, we are now able to discover fashion in real time just by scrolling. Today's consumer has access to fashion at the touch of their finger. The Bloomberg in 2017 also reported on the shift in customers' mindset to a buy now, wear now mentality, which challenges high street retailers to be even faster in identifying and responding to trends, buying with more conviction and becoming even more agile. 16 to 35-year-olds fall within Generation Y and the Millennial generation, those born between 1980 and 2000. Smiskian and Piacentini declare this generation has high rates of materialism and technology addiction, recording everything through social media. To target this generation, social media must be utilised in our campaign to ensure that ultimate communication is made towards our target audience, as they are the most active online. Social media will be a key focus to attract consumers through the use of celebrity endorsements via key social media platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. Market research firm Mintel released a report last year in which they discovered that more than 35% of millennial women in America say social media is one of the top influencers when making clothing purchases. Although these new marketing channels have become popular, the rise of online ads formats have not eroded trust in traditional paid advertising channels. Roughly 63% claim they trust ads on TV, while 60% trust newspapers and 58% trust magazines, with millennials showing one of the highest levels of trust in these forms of classic communication. This presentation has a fundamental focus on fashion brand New Look. Their story began in 1969 as a single fashion store in the UK, and since then they've grown to become a leading fast fashion brand operating 594 stores in the UK, with 313 across Europe, China and Asia. New Look is a British-based fashion brand which caters for plus size, tall, petite, maternity, teens and men. However, New Look's specific target market is women aged between 16 and 35. However, with an incredibly fierce and saturated competitive market with fast fashion giant Zara sat at the top, New Look currently find themselves underperforming against competitors. With trends constantly changing in the market and more online competitors with few overhead costs, see ASOS and Boohoo, New Look are failing to adapt and change their marketing approach to suit their preferred target audience. Scrutinisation of New Look has confirmed a strong need for them to reposition and endeavour them to become a more fashionable and relatable brand. New Look confirm that they have been facing a difficult trading environment and are operating within an extremely challenging retail market, thus forcing them to plan the closure of 60 stores. A creative task has been created for New Look, which will help them bounce back from their current quiet spell. The campaign aim is to give consumers celebrities they can relate to and give them a wide range of clothing lines which will give them individuality and suit their everyday needs. We believe the creative strategy we are recommending to New Look is appropriate in helping them appeal to 16 to 35-year-olds and encouraging them to shop at New Look and be interested in their ranges. In 2017, Masterson said that in order for a firm to set realistic objectives, there needs to be a clear statement of its target market. We use SMART targets to ensure our communications are manageable and realistic.
Section B endeavours to explain the creative strategy that will be implemented throughout this campaign, defining our communication campaign that will appeal specifically to our target market of women aged 16 to 35 whilst increasing their engagement with New Look. This section will conclude by explaining how we execute the plan throughout considering key theories that will strengthen the success and relatability of the idea by integrating communication. Lamattel in 2011 defined the promotional mix as a collaboration of promotional tools that are utilised to reach the target market and fulfil the overall goals of an organisation, including advertising, personal selling, sales promotion and public relations. Our campaign focuses purely on the advertising aspect of the promotional mix, as we believe it is the most effective part of the promotional mix to reach our target market. Advertising regards any form of impersonal paid communication in which the sponsor or company is identified. Most advertising was formerly carried out by the mass media, including TV, press, websites and radio. However, social media platforms like Facebook now offer greater potential for targeting consumers and hold significant shares in the UK advertising spending. Considering this, our campaign will include an array of different forms of advertising, including TV, magazines, YouTube and social media, to ensure that everyone within our target market receives some form of our advertising. It's important to acknowledge that there are two parts to this campaign. The first will start in January 2018, including a clothing range from celebrities and influencers who we believe fit and relate to today's New Look consumer. The second part of the campaign is the sponsoring of Love Island, which will begin in June 2018. We have identified an opportunity to expand our reach and target our specific demographic of women aged 16 to 35, who are Love Island's main watcher demographic. This platform will allow New Look to display the collaborated ranges on a national scale. Our campaign will utilise celebrity reference groups by getting celebrities that connect to our target market to endorse and advertise New Look's brand, as celebrities are an extremely influential reference group in assisting us in achieving our campaign objectives. Park and Lessing 1977 regard a reference group to be an individual or group having significant relevance upon an individual's evaluations, aspirations or behaviour. Celebrity reference groups play upon people's aspirations to be like stars as people idolise them and the situation presented in the advert. To reach our desired millennial and Gen Y audience, brands increasingly partner with influencers to spread their message, therefore demonstrating that the celebrity reference group majorly appeals in common marketing usage to target our target market. So who are the celebrities representing our brand? Megan Ellaby. We chose Megan to promote our casual everyday range at New Look as she has already previously represented the brand. Megan is a full-time blogger and Instagrammer, mainly sharing her fashion opinions and outfits. She won both InStyle's Best Fashion Blogger Award and Cosmopolitan's Best Fashion Influencer in 2016. Having a vast amount of experience within the fashion industry, she loves fashion and speaking about it. Thereby, she fits within New Look's brand image we wish to portray. Having over 178k followers on Instagram provides the opportunity to reach a lot of fashion-conscious consumers that could be potential customers for New Look after noticing that Megan represents the brand in a positive light. Ex-Love Islander Amber Davies was the next celebrity chosen for our campaign. With our campaign set to sponsor Love Island, it made logical sense to choose Amber as one of our collaborators. She is a perfect match to engage effectively with New Look's target market, as people who watch Love Island may feel a strong emotional connection with her. Currently followed by an impressive 1.6 million people on Instagram, New Look would benefit significantly from the endorsements she provides on her Instagram. Specifically because most of her followers will also see the Love Island adverts, which will increase their recognition for New Look even more so. Amber has previously collaborated with Motel Rocks and Books Avenue, demonstrating that she holds a strong interest in the fashion industry, and her experience with other brands can help strengthen New Look's. She will have a party evening range with New Look, as she enjoys dressing up and clubbing, which is portrayed in a lot of her photos. Amber is known for this lifestyle, which people will relate to her more. Maya Jama is the final celebrity we chose to collaborate with. She's a big name within the music industry, having recently become a DJ on Radio 1. She's also a television presenter, presenting at the Brits this year. Due to her personal image of being sporty and outgoing, her range will be sporty and festival themed. Maya has 552k followers on Instagram, meaning she can quickly reach a large number of more sporty and outgoing consumers. Having previously represented New Look, consumers may already associate her with the brand. Therefore, by including her again, this will be more effective at promoting New Look's brand. The celebrity endorses attributes including physical appearance, expressions and talent, combined with attributes of the advertisement, will help establish a favourable brand image among adolescents. From establishing that using celebrity endorsements can build brand image, we chose these specific celebrities because they fit the criteria of the audience we are trying to target. The celebrities will be interested in endorsing our campaign, as it can help reposition the star's persona as much as to make a publicity flashpoint. Twice et al. In 2012 found that negative publicity affects the attractiveness and credibility of celebrity endorsements, thus reflecting negatively on the brand, hence why we've chosen celebrities with pristine reputations. Our target market will be increasingly influenced to purchase a product when they see that celebrities are promoting them in our adverts. MarketWatch found that even one endorsement can increase sales by 4% on average, purely via a celebrity promoting their products and brand. Ericsson in 1968 states that adolescents form secondary attachments to celebrities, including media celebrities, thereby proving strong evidence that it would be extremely beneficial for New Look to advertise via celebrity endorsements. Semiotics regards the study of signs and symbols in a language. The communications in our campaign aim to ignite cognitive thoughts within individuals, being the unique meanings that consumers take from communications. New Look's communications may be interpreted in different ways by each consumer. Thereby, we understand that we must accommodate all communications to appeal to our whole target market. William Scram in 1955 developed the basic communication model of mass communication, which can be used to explain our reason to sponsor Love Island and use TV advertising. The campaign identifies the need to transmit New Look's message of its products and endorsements via television sponsorship and advertisements to reach our target market. Silent communication, being non-verbal communication, will be utilised in our adverts by the celebrities smiling, laughing and being happy in the adverts, promoting a positive communication with New Look, as consumers will assume that celebrities are happy with the products.
Section C of this report analyses the media plan the campaign will undertake when repositioning New Look. The campaign will follow a pulsing media plan. In 2011, Lamb identified a pulsing media plan as a media scheduling strategy that uses continuous scheduling throughout the year, coupled with a flighted schedule during the best sale periods. To ensure continuous marketing and advertising for New Look, we thought this was the most appropriate plan to use, as the campaign will constantly be in the public's eye. The pulse will reach its peak between May and June through increasing the spending budget and, in this, gaining a greater reach. Love Island usually starts around the start of June. This will be our peak selling time, and having Islanders wearing new look clothes and having new look advertised following the show's title sequence will remind the viewers subtly. Frequency regards the average amount of exposures per individual target audience member in an advertising cycle. Our campaign utilises multiple different platforms, meaning our target market will be exposed to our adverts more frequently. As seen in our media plan, we intend to advertise on multiple platforms, both digitally and traditionally. With social media being a constant marketing communication, this is the most appropriate because it's the most realistic due to its low cost and large reach. The more platforms we advertise on, the more our communications will reach our target market. By sponsoring Love Island and advertising in the breaks, consumers will increasingly become more and more aware of our campaign. Affiliate marketing will be used to promote the celebrities' clothing lines. We will enlist the help from bloggers and influencers to promote the clothing and market New Look, and in return earn click-through commission as they send consumers to the New Look website. There has been a significant increase in the amount of Instagram users over the years, thus providing that it is an extremely relevant and used platform that will be essential for our campaign to use. In 2014, Landsverk claimed that there was research which showed that marketers gain a bigger return on their investment using Instagram rather than Facebook, this justifying why we'll be using Instagram more frequently. Pre and after Love Island, we plan to advertise on both ITV and ITV2 during the ad breaks. ITV1 is extremely popular with 16 to 35-year-olds, ranking just after BBC One in viewing shares. Our aim is to show our advert in between the second ad break of shows aired between 8 and 9 pm on ITV and 9 and 10 pm on ITV2. These selected times will be most effective as viewers will already be tuned in and watching the show at these times, unlike before or after where consumers would be less likely to be watching. Showing the advert at both these times on both these different stations will enable us to reach different demographics, especially by advertising on ITV between 8 and 9, we potentially will have baby boomers and Generation X viewing our campaign. ITV2 is essential to advertise on as it's the home of Love Island. According to ITV2, ITV2 is the second most watched digital channel for 16 to 34-year-olds, with Love Island attracting a total of 4.5 million 16 to 34-year-olds last year alone, up on their previous year by 1.1 million. In 2016, Love Island was the 6th most watched TV programme on non-PSB channels in the UK. Last year, it drove up 4 places to become the 2nd most watched TV programme on non-PSB. All this showing how logical and essential it is for New Look to take full advantage of this growing and influential show, which has its specific target market at heart. Television advertising will be our main source of marketing. However, we will also use magazines. The likes of Cosmopolitan and Glamour are extremely popular with the target audience we are aiming for. Advertising via magazine allows us to target those who are not internet users or television watchers, thereby not missing out on all potential customers. Advertising in these magazines will be effective as our target market purchase magazines and should feel the full impact of the advertisements. Cosmo's median age is 28 and they have a key demographic of women aged between 15 and 34. They will allow a large market reach as they are national magazines, however they do come at high costs.
This section identifies how New Look will measure and evaluate how successful the campaign has been, and concluding on why our campaign should be selected over others. Our campaign disregards any consideration to a budget due to the urgency of New Look needing to reposition their brand. We will analyse our rate on investment to evaluate and compare the efficiency of our investments to gauge their profitability. We will evaluate the campaign's success through analysing sales figures. If sales have increased even slightly over the campaign period, it can be assumed that the campaign has been successful, especially if sales of the items the celebrities were promoting positively correlate with the figures. Measuring celebrity endorsements by the number of likes, comments, interactions and click-through rates it receives. The views and impressions endorsements receive will demonstrate if we have successfully grasped our desired reach. If New Look's website receives more views via click-through links, the campaign impacts have been strong, analysed by how long was spent on the page and how many more times it was viewed compared to prior to the campaign. The ultimate success of the campaign can be determined by whether New Look experienced an increase in their profits throughout and after the campaign period. If a noticeable increase is witnessed, then this provides the strongest form of evidence that the campaign was a success and that it communicated effectively with our target market. Thank you for watching our presentation. We hope, like us, you believe our campaign to be the most appropriate strategy to positively reposition New Look to their increasingly demanding target market.